Hello, my name is Matt Mandel, and I am thinking about things that are related to our reality. I was thinking about those ships in the East Coast, and I think I thought they were good because Washington said they're not a threat, but my myself said that there was Satan, so they're bad, they're evil, and I don't want anything to do with them, but I want to be with the good extraterrestrial biological entities, the EBEs. I asked AI if it's against the law to contact the EBEs, and I guess it is not against the law. And there's no law to not encounter them, so I will be going and try during my dreaming to try to put the dreams to put the physical body into a state of transcendence to the benefit of conducting the spiritual body up to the spaceship or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works. My memory gets wiped out when I come down here and wake up for my dream at night. So I don't know exactly. I get some hints from my higher self. So there can be a way to put the spiritual body into the physical body. There has to be a way that this happens. And that's what I'm trying to examine. To open the 0 point, that point where it connects the heaven up there to down here on the earth, and go forth and conquer and conjure and go forth. But there's a stigma that there is no way that this can happen. You can't put heaven down here to earth, and how can you even measure heaven? There is light above, and if there can be light above, then there's light below. We know there's light down here, so there must be light up above, and that can shine through the ways or the directions of the dimensions that connect the universe together. I'm sure that we don't see all of the dimensions. There's hidden dimensions, I'm pretty sure. The light from above can go at a higher frequency so that there is an effect of not seeing it with the two normal eyes, but can be seen with the third eye. That is when intuition from above can come down to you with the light on a situation. The light from a situation down here can reveal it and uncover information. Shining light on something reveals it. So as above, then so as below, as the Bible reads. There is light that comes from above and might not be seen down here because it is of a higher frequency, but nevertheless, it is still light. Light comes from above, so as light comes down here, you get to think that God put the sun in its place for just us, but maybe that light is lighting up heaven as well. That sun is put into the place and stuck by gravity, basically, but it does move with our galaxy, and the galaxy does transverse across the universe. So everything is relative and moving. Light from the sun at the center of our solar system is the result of the gravity, electromagnetic forces, and strong and weak forces all working together. They all work together to make this light. Those forces are present because God put them there. And the light from the sun, the light is a fruit from the sun. If higher dimensions have light, then if we go up there, that light, we will see it's a higher frequency. Everything is probably lit up in the heaven at 1,000 times brighter than things that are down here. So if if there's a tree, it doesn't glow down here, but it would glow up in heaven. There is a connection to higher dimensions and lower by a translation. One goes in a circle and the other goes straight. I had a dream of a circle, maybe even a crop circle, and you couldn't use a compass because it went in a circle. You can't go in a straight line. You had to go in a curve to transverse this. So one is the diameter and the other is a circumference. That's very interesting. If we have a diameter as time, then time will end. Is it not going to end if we are linear? To go to a new time, the time might just morph to a new time and we don't even notice it. But we see not this transition. Our lives have an ending and we cannot change this. As we know from how the Bible reads, this is similar to something depleting or dispersing to a steady state. Once it's dispersed, then it dies. It's no more. Then things can turn and a new equilibrium is formed. Things change and come to an equilibrium. We're alive now, and all things alive will pass away to an equilibrium of death. This isn't the nature of the. This is like the nature of market discovery and ES futures trading. Someone makes a trade to get into the market, then they make a trade to go out. Just as someone is born and someone passes away. When more than one trader trades the same thing, then the price will go up. This can find a new level of support. Put the two together, the entry of the trade and the exit of the trade, to defeat this. So when you trade, if you can see the entry, then you should be able to see the end. Put the two together, put the beginning into the end. Then you have circular time. Since we do not have circular time, but just regular time, we don't have frequency. We can approximate this frequency by looking at the beginning and find the end. This is what supposedly Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas when Jesus said something like, if you find the beginning, then you can think of the end. Then Jesus was like saying, why do you think of the end when you see the beginning? Because it is better to see the end with the beginning and think of the two together as one. This is like when the disciples were with Jesus and they knew something was going to happen, and they knew they saw a new beginning, but then they asked Jesus, well, what's going to happen at the end? And Jesus is probably would have said, put the beginning into the end. It is like other people are not going to stand for this. Once they figure this out, they will think something bad will happen in the end. So we will get into fear and have to think we are breaking some law. If we trade the market, then we should see the end from the beginning. If you think big, then you can go far. It is just left up to your imagination as far as you can go or manifest yourself. What was the problem with Satan? That was the problem with Satan because he wanted to be and think of himself like God. This was a violation of God. Satan thought to be God, and the market was going to manifest this to happen, but God stopped him, and the angels threw him, that Satan, down to lower value, down to earth, to Sheol, or to the lowest place in hell. Satan just got the opposite. So to trade the market and trade the opposite, that is like information from Satan. this is similar to the way I trade ES futures sometimes. I tend to trade opposite the market, but I think I can change this if I look and see the pattern. I trade so as to trade the opposite, but I don't want to do this anymore. I might be lucky and get a short-term win, but I will have to wait because the market might go opposite. I might have to wait and lose my money. So I have to get out quick because a long-term market might go the opposite. To shake the other side, the market likes to cycle and to shake the other side free. So why does the market go down or up? It has to do with the other traders. And so there is a cycle here. The market cycles, that's obvious. I was reading from my notebook as I thought I had some important notes today to tell you all. And I think that the market does cycle. And if we can use our intuition, then we can see the frequency. We can see the end when we start the beginning. So we can put the two together. That's what intuition is all about. It's basically telling you what the end's going to be when you start something out. So you can initiate this by saying, I'm going to trade ES futures. Then you ask your intuition, where is it going to go? Then you make the trade and follow your rules. The only problem is if you think it too much and then you change your mind to the opposite, then it's like you feel the fear, so you want to really think through it. But then the only problem is you're thinking the opposite, and then you'll trade the opposite. You have to quick think the right way, and then just put your stop and limit in and let it go and not think about it. And I just trade one time a day. That's my rules, because it's hard for me to reset myself and make another trade because I might fail. I might go opposite the market again or something like that. So I'm going to be going up to the spaceship tonight, I think, and dream a dream. I have to have fortitude and discipline to immediately wake up and talking to my handheld voice recorder to get the dream out and try to go up and connect with my higher self. And my higher self will probably be glad that I'm trying to connect with it. And it all requires discipline. So happy dreams tonight.